I know I'm jinxing it saying it, but our win streak continues. Lakeburg, Apocalypse 1 was taken care of. Oh, we only have Apocalypse 2 unlocked, so no missed sensors for us. I should have checked that. Oh no, there they are. That's what I was wondering about. So yes, it's going to be missed sensors spawn on the ground. Apocalypse 3. And let's get our oops, that's apparently not how you do that. Let's get our omens set up. We have some new ones. Oh, they reused an icon here. So I like mercenary training a lot for Glenwall. Omen of advanced training is very tempting. Omen of countless paths seems very in line with advanced training. Give you more options and more rare options. I'm kind of thinking that could be very interesting. And then I'd be lying if my last one wasn't likely to be dexterity, because we've already used up a lot. Maybe mercenary training isn't all that. I don't know. I really like mercenary training, but the break-even point on mercenary training is night 4 for it to overtake fierceness. But you can, oh my word, the right click exiting you out is really suboptimal. But if we did this, we could do, let's see, Omen of Vigor is nice, but I think we forsake it for at least Omen of Dexterity. And then I'm wondering, are we better off taking mercenary training, or are we better off taking violence and fierceness? I don't know. I kind of like this. I think it scales well into the late game, and I'm curious to play with countless paths. So, with that out of the way, miss sensors are coming back. I didn't miss them, but let's get rocking and or rolling on Glenwall again. So our first Glenwall was on normal difficulty. I'm glad I took my time with that one. But now we have, all right, we have it coming in from the forested side over here, which is generally not bad for business. And ooh, looks like we got a bit of a hookup here potentially. So let's see what our characters look like. So we have Albrecht, who is a plague doctor, a heavy sleeper, and cold-hearted. I'm already in love here, if I'm being honest. And then they do have the poison tree and the defensive tree, so no harvester is a bit of a bummer, but that is a-okay in my book. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, and welcome to the stream. I appreciate it greatly. Next up, we have Alicia, who is a berserker, a challenger with 2 left feet. Probably means we won't put them out there, but this damage increase is pretty disgusting, along with the isolated. Makes me think maybe we're going to go with the bow over here. And speaking of the bow, our bow friend is a pirate, nice health bump, aggressive, and scatterbrained. I don't love scatterbrained, but I do see bodybuilder. I see organic armor and blood magic. There's things we could do. I like seeing boom too. So at the very least, we're going to swap this and these. So Alicia's becoming our ranged character. Then let's see about critical chances. We have an absolutely bonkers critical chance on Albrecht. These characters are actually very strong. Because let's see, Meryl, yeah, you're potentially living that bodybuilder, toxic leech, poisonous life, maybe? I haven't played a lot with poisonous, but I think it could be fun. And an Archmaster's Druidic Staff is really nice here. Are we switching up any of our armors? It doesn't look like it. Extra movement I like here. Daily mana regen I don't super love here. I think I'd rather have, well, on a hammer character, I don't think mana regen is that particularly important. I think what I'm going to do... Hey, Sam, welcome. I think what I'm going to do is swap this to here. Give our melee this. Well, the Fey Amulet is just so good. Which means I think we put that there, and then accuracy is looking good across the board, thanks to perks. So, Potion of Stone, Potion of Stone, Potion of Strength. I'll probably move the Potion of Strength over to our melee. And then I think we're good to go. Yeah, Gildenberg is a bit of a snooze fest, but a somewhat satisfying snooze fest. Let's see, I'll move you here, I'll put you around the corner, and then put you over here. Good sensor placement for our first wave here, so let's get into it. Runners everywhere, to no one's surprise. Alright, so let's... Go figure on that one. I don't know what I expected. Let's see, I can still get a decent distance, and I'm happy to take out all of them. I think we'll do that. And then with 15 mana regen, we do really want to be utilizing our poison, even though it's not going to be particularly powerful coming right out of the gate. But I'm just going to take care of what I can take care of. Not today, but yes, Sam, for sure. That will be next stream. Let's see, and then I think this guy's going to move to here. We should be able to just take a step back and figure them out. Guess I should move you back. You're safe, but you're going to have to come a little further back than I expected, honestly. Who's making it all the way up to here? Actually, seriously. Oh, there's a runner right here. I see. Okay, that runner is just going to run by. So I don't think we need to worry about it. And then if I move to here, I could get a shot off, but I'd be taking one on the chin. Hey, Johnny. So I actually, in a few minutes here, have a poll going up on my YouTube for what people want to see guide content look like moving forward. So if that is the one that you're interested in, I would strongly encourage you to vote in that YouTube poll and let me know what you want to learn about, because character guides are definitely on that list. Okay, all looks good. I think we'll start the poison here and then see where we can move things around. I think I'm going to work on, yeah, getting that splitter taken care of. But then I'm going to bring in our melee just because I don't see us having too much in the way of other options for how to utilize them. And then I'm going to use run just to get a little more distance. Yeah, and then despite the fact that they're poisoned, I'm just going to pepper those guys. You have one more. I think I can take a step forward and make sure that this guy goes the way of the dinosaurs. And then these are all runners, so they're probably not going to attack me. So we're probably fine there. We'll do that, and we will do that, and then we're good. Now we're going to have a few coming in this way that we'll have to... I guess we are going to take a hit here. That's not the end of the world. Would have liked to have gotten that. Now we are a little bit... I think I need to point blank this guy just to get ourselves the distance to be able to use our bow. Now, we do have some mana. And I don't want our... this is pretty good. Let's drop that one. Make sure we're spending as much mana as we can without going too deep. Actually, before we move in, let's drop the bees. I'm gonna drop it. Actually, hold on. I think we have time, so I'm gonna eliminate this one because that makes our bees back here much more likely to kind of propagate leftward. There we go. Just take care of them, and then I think second bees. What about second bees? Is pretty okay over that way, and then yeah, might as well wail on that guy and give this guy a little what for. All right, everybody's safe. We like to see it. And this is where I usually like to think about kill counts, just to make sure. So like Albrecht is really behind. No, they're all about the same place. If we can bias towards Albrecht and Merrill picking up a few kills, I think that's probably for the best. I'm gonna do that because we can use the Fey amulet to just get that little bit more distance. And then the runners are our biggest concern. But these two are going to pose a little bit of a problem. Okay, slowed them down enough. And then over here, I think I'm going to take out these two because it allows me to get a nice poison back there. I don't mind using a second poison here. We have a ton of mana regen, so we want to utilize it as best we can. But that looks pretty good. And I'm a little worried about that left side being slightly behind the times. Because we have a bunch of splitters here that are going to make things a little tricky. I guess we start off over here, though. She's going nowhere. Okay, I think we have to take you out. We don't really have a great shot there, but this is pretty okay. Okay, there we go. And then take you out. And I am gonna go for the transfer here, I think. The Fey amulet gives us that little bit of extra movement that we need to make this work. Alright, we went a little deep, but I think it's good. Yeah, Sam, I love starting with a short bow. It's for sure my favorite. Now, I'm guessing, yeah, Albrecht's kills have jumped up. We're still keeping them pretty balanced, which I like to see. I think how have we done on mana here? We still have a couple bees left in us. I think I'm going to use a bees to take out these two runners. Because I think they're going to be slightly annoying to deal with otherwise. Hasta la mista, baby. What can I say? I love a good pun. There we go. And then we're super content over here to just kind of let things roll. Yep. Now, our melee is going to take a little bit of a hit, potentially. Okay, not really. And now I think Albrecht is done. With 30 kills to 26 to 23, let's get as many as we can on our melee friend. Even if that comes at the cost of a little bit of kill stealing from our poison generators. Yeah, and then this is... Take a step forward so we don't get that accuracy penalty. And I'm happy to use both of those. Just to clear that off and give us some backup. Oh, your turtle... I always get tripped out by turtle stance. And now the question is... I think these front two need to go. Well, we still have mana. Yeah, this sends us slightly into a mana deficit, but I think it is worth it to balance our kills. And then I'm just going to sit on actions with Albrecht because we don't need to do any more. Okay, so Albrecht 31, 29, 28. So this is 29, 30, 31, 32. I know, I'm Mega. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. That should put Alicia at 31 as compared to Albrecht at 31. Okay, so it looks like we give one to you, and then last kill goes to Alicia. Not bad. And look at that. The perfect 32s all around. Now, one of our characters has an XP penalty, so we're going to have to see about offsetting that. All right, life comes at you quick. We're already split in twain here. So we'll probably be doing something like that. Now these were all the bad ones. Yep. So nothing of interest there. Let's see what our nightly reward looks like. I cannot abide a rifle, unfortunately. And the short bow is not high enough level. Let's take a look at it, Sam, just real quickly. Because I think I spent everything on this side. Oh, we did get wings. Welcome to the Orichalcum, Commander. I saw your friend changing. Pwah, I see. That pesky twat. I bet she is still as excruciatingly boring as she ever was, isn't she? Don't listen to her ramblings and feed me more essence. You're doing great, dear. So we're at 81 of 33 on this side of things. Quite a few still locked. And then over on this side, let's see what's still locked. How you doing? Receive my blessings for your accomplishments. So we're at 75 of 106. Still quite a few locked, and still, I think we're mostly on the 1,000 items thing. Have a hero start a night phase with 4 consumables of level 5 equipped. That's going to take a while. That's going to take a minute. But yeah, progress is being made. I don't know if when we'll get the stun ones. Those took me a long time last time. So back to it, though. This is going to be a roll. I do love a good Archmaester's Orb. I don't like that it is not unlocked. Or excuse me, it's not level 1. I don't know if I can roll. I think I need weapons, especially since we're going to have someone soloing. So I'm going to grab that, despite it being a little suboptimal. Our levels I'm very excited for, because we did take Countless Paths and Omen of Advanced Training. So the hope is we're going to have a staggering amount of great level up options. We're going to do our standard build, which is the double upgrade, followed by tearing down. I kind of like tearing down this 4 spot, but I know I should get the further away ones first. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I always forget how many knights things are. I'm tempted to go gold mines here just to get things rolling early. But houses are also a great investment early. I'm going to go for houses, I think. We're still sitting at 48, which means we can upgrade one more house. Get back to that. And then we're just shy of having enough for a gold mine. But I think we're better off looking at weapons. I like to get those early weapons. They make a huge difference in the early game. Poor scepters. What have they done to you? Oh, magic bash limit per turn 3. Brutal. Brutal. Let's see. So anything interesting in here? We got a hand crossbow. We got a regular crossbow. I could probably do work with like the steel sledge and the wooden hand crossbow if I wanted to. I like the idea of having a bit more range, but these are pretty awful. We might also just be able to persevere without. And if that were the case, what would I be doing? I'd be selling some of these trinkets that are not particularly useful in order to get a gold mine. That feels pretty impactful. I think I'm going to risk it. Let's see what our level ups look like, though. Look at all those options. Look at all those options. Ooh, they are awfully good, aren't they? So let's start here. We're gonna stack that poison, because that's how we do. And then I feel like using rerolls here is particularly important. Now for you, Alicia, Berserker, Isolation. So we're probably going for an Isolation build. So I'll pick up the Isolation. There. And then over here, I don't know what you're gonna be. I kind of said bodybuilder, maybe bodybuilder poisonous type of thing. Could be interesting. That's a build I've never done before. I think I'm going to pick up the skill range, though, because I have this, like, this hammer thought brewing in the back of my head. Now, I'm going about these upgrades in a slightly weird way. I am going to roll this. I don't like the... Yeah, I don't like the rolling, but those were very good quirks. Those were bad rolls, good quirks. But here I am doing it again. All right. You're guaranteed to get something reasonably decent, I feel like. Movement points is interesting. You're not going to benefit that much from crit. Actually, we're going bodybuilder, so let's grab health. Let's really go in on that. We're going to get our damage up via bodybuilder. Now, we're going blood magic, which means harvester here is a waste. Septic shock is only interesting if we apply poison via poisonous twice. I don't know if that's going to happen for us. So I think I'm going to go back protection. Now over here, I love perseverance here, I think. I also like quick reload, for sure. I think I like quick reload more. It gives us a lot of flexibility, especially since the druid staff always feels most limited here. Now this is unquestionably harvester. Okay, now we picked up skill range on our melee, so I do think I'm going to buy the hammer to try and get Merrill a little more effective. But then I think I'm going to save the rest, and I want to see what happens if I clean house just a little bit. So this is not that impactful. This is slightly impactful. So that's 6, 10, 13 gold. Just doing those. That would put us at 44. I don't think we're making it back up to 60 here. Well, we do have these potions that are basically worthless also. So we're going to have to see how deep the cuts go. So, okay, so at this point, we're at 3, 6, 10, 13, 17, 20, 23, 26, 30. That gets us to a gold mine, and I think it is worth it. Now, did I get the right one? Yes, gold mine. Boom. Yeah, that's going to be a big infusion for us moving forward, even though we're slightly under geared now at this point, but I'm hoping we can make it work. Now, I'm hoping that the wave is biased this way to give us a little bit of extra hope, and then are we going ballistas? I don't think it's a bad idea. Just to fill in some of the gaps. And then this one is the most likely side to get a little extra action, so let's do that. All right, that felt like a pretty good night one. So let's press forward. And hope for good locations of the wave. The wave on the side feels a little bad. We're spread a little thin. Ooh, an elite right off the cuff. So we're going to slow folks down that way. I think getting you sorted. These two are going to die with time to spare, so I think... Okay, this guy has a lot of armor. We're probably going to need some help getting them sorted. Okay, move to here. I'm suspecting we're going to need... We're going to need help with this elite. So I think we can't really transfer our bow person over that way. SKM. Hey, Telenath. So yeah, so I'm a bit baffled. I was going to talk about it when I got a character that has the debuff perk tree so that we could actually look at it. But my 2 cents is contamination is insane, or excuse me, epidemic remains insanely strong, and it feels very baffling to me that contamination would look like that, for lack of a better way to express it. I don't know. It does feel like a baffling change in my eyes. Let this guy die to natural causes, I think. But our melee is going to have to do work over here, for sure. Now, my plan, and I'm not saying it's a good plan, but my plan here is I need to get this miss sensor taken care of. By hook or by crook. Come on, 1 point off, game? You're really going to do me dirty like that? Now, I'm mostly just trying to slow folks down here. And I'm going to rely on back protection to hopefully keep me from getting too overrun. Okay, that was an absolutely fine propagate there. Now, I want this guy to run forward again. I don't want to kill him. Hey, Fat Oak. I could not resist. What can I say? Let's see. To buy us a little time, I think I'll do this. And then I'm prepping for the kill on this guy, but also trying to take my time with it a little bit. Because I want to bait the... I want to bait the positive corpse pile. I don't know how you say that. Let's see. And then we can use one of these, I think. Just to get a little extra damage in here. Oh yeah, I forgot I got a second weapon on this character. I should be using it. Alright. Oh, the elite didn't move very far. That's not great. I kind of expected the elite to go further, and I'm also very worried about that splitter. I think we got as far as we're going to get on this guy, and I need to kill him this turn, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that is the play. I wanted to wait a little longer, but holy smokes, that this guy is resilient. Okay, we can let him go once more because I can start... Well, if I start a poison here, he dies. He has a ton of armor. I think we need to get the kill now while we can. And then I'm going to... I don't like getting that guy that's poisoned. So we're running back this way to try and cover the backside. So I think... Let me see if... I don't have great options here. This one's only getting one poison guy, so I'll go for that one. And then we'll get rid of that guy. And then we're coming this way to start supporting, which means that we need to get good things. Oh, Fat Oak, that's rough. Yeah, Nico. So we've had a lot of conversation about that particular omen, and I'm convinced, perhaps wrongly, but I am convinced that it is actually a terrible trap, and I am not going to be taking it moving forward because while it helps with the early game, I'm generally less concerned about the early game than I am about the late game, and I think it actually hamstrings you in the late game. And the reason for that is when you have an extra hero, the experience from the early game is spread. That would be Omen of +1 hero. So the experience is spread to 4 characters. Let's see. So I think I use up... It's spread to 4 characters, which means that you level up slower, and when you eventually get to your 5th hero, your heroes are less leveled, which in turn means that they are less capable of... They're less leveled, and it kind of like slows down your whole process, is my theory. Yeah, I think a lot of people are using it, but I think in the long term, people are going to find that it's not good. When I used it, I mean, not that it's not good, but that it is not as valuable as it might appear on face value. Simply because you get into a situation where your velocity is slowed, and I think that can make a massive difference. Concentrating XP on a few people early on is just, it's very, very beneficial. And we're not going to get any actions once we start this transfer, so I'm just doing as much as I can do over here before running her over here. And she's going to pick up a lot of these guys here. And then we are... unfortunately in a position where we just need to do that, and then I think we need to body block here. Can I get a... I think if we move to here, we can at least get one more kill and a few stuns. And then she'll be able to help out with these splitters here, and all we have to do over here is spread some poison and hope for the best. Yeah, so Nico, I think that in that case, the real question that you have to ask yourself, and it's a fair question, is can you do without? Right? So the thing about that particular perk that has me thinking the way that I'm thinking is that if you survive that 4-way night relatively unscathed with 3 heroes, your velocity moving forward is going to be much, much better. Right? And that's kind of like that's the governing philosophy that I'm kind of like operating under, is it is more beneficial to squeak by in the early nights, skinny your teeth style, than it is to get that extra hero and find yourself in a bit more of a struggle type of situation moving forward. But, you know, the jury is still out, but that makes a lot of intuitive sense to me. Like, I have been able to do night number, the 4-way night. I've been able to do it with relative ease. Ease might be a little too strong, but I've been able to do it with a high degree of consistency, if nothing else. Let's see, let's whack you, and then... And so I think that as long as I'm in that position, I don't think that it is wise to... Oh man, this is awkward. I think I go through this guy even though I stunned him. Nah. I think we can... Well, maybe. Yeah, let's just go around and get this guy sorted. These one-offs are killing me, I will say. Yeah, so I don't think all perks unlocked is the pinnacle, right? I think level ups, especially like in a build more like the one that I'm playing now, level ups remain super beneficial moving forward, right? Because you're getting a ton of blue perks, etc. So I'm feeling like let's see. I'm kind of torn here. I feel like this guy's coming into here, but we could move to here and then give this guy a hit and then hope that... Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully we get the kill here, but if not, hopefully the ballista do their work and protect us. Huh. Somehow we didn't get that guy, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I'm feeling more okay here. Let's see, I will use one of those. And I think it's going to take like 3 hits to get this guy. Yeah. And then we will bees this away. And then see if we can soften her up. Great. That's what we like to see. All right, that felt pretty good. It's only one movement to not use one of our hammer stuns. So I think I'm going to save those for over here, hoping to get some extra goodness coming in. Let's see, and then if we... I guess I'll just try and wail on that guy. We're not going to get that much of a surround here. And then... We've already spent a little bit too much mana here, so I think I'm just going to snipe this guy off, and then I doubt she's going to come around. This one is probably just going to go for either these barricades or stay gnawing on this wall. So I think we're good. But yeah, I am ever increasingly thinking of the last spell as a game where your best play is to build an engine that gets out of control by the time you reach the end of the run. And it seems to me that that is best facilitated by a different set of quirks than for instance, the level up quirk. Or excuse me, the extra hero quirk. Feels conceptually very strong. It certainly makes the easy game significantly easier. But the easy game is not where I lose my runs. To Fat Oak's point earlier, I lose my runs against bosses for 9 times out of 10 if I'm going to lose a run. Sometimes I lose them in the mid game, but it's not... I would say it is the less likely failure point. It's more I get to that final night and just get completely overwhelmed. So with that in mind, I want to be building towards more power in the late game and slowing down all of my heroes' growths to make those early nights easier is I think a recipe for bad times. But we'll see. You know, maybe in a while we'll have data points and all of the top players will be using that perk, and I will or that omen, and I'll have my I'll have egg on my face. Yeah, so you're scatterbrained, so we can dump almost as many in as possible. Yes, so Gildenberg in particular, I agree wholeheartedly with. I think that the value of not having to build an inn is substantial. But Gildenberg is also, and you know, like, forgive me for saying it in a kind of a cruel way, it's just really easy. You know, like, Gildenberg is not a map that I would ever think too hard about having to win. It's a pretty straightforward, map. So, in that respect, I don't, you know, I don't really worry too much about it. Hey, cosplay. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we got at least an item stack over there. I love seeing everyone get the level up. All right, everybody's going to be on their own tonight, and it looks like we got 2 of the item corpse piles, so we will grab both of those. Nothing more exciting. Tonight is Seer night, and it was Merrill who lagged behind and only got the single level up. Okay, so let's see. So I think we're going to do the Seer, which means... How do I want to handle this? I think we do a 3 ruin, like this one. I think we upgrade our last house to get to 8 workers. I think we're going to build the Seer. We'll just tuck it... I'll tuck it over here, I think, for lack of a better place to put it. We are going to push back the Mist. We are at the 3 cost, but getting that extra space is rough. And then that leaves us 2 to get these 2 corpse piles for extra items, which I am very happy with. Okay. A lot of crit on this sucker. I love the accuracy on that obsidian armor too. So I think I'm probably going to grab that. Two-handed sword isn't that useful. Great axe isn't that useful. We'll probably re-roll that corpse pile. I'm sad losing the extra action from the druid staff, but I'm tempted by that druid staff. But I think I'll probably roll it. Alright, let's start here. I'm going to keep the obsidian armor because I like all the things that it has going on. I'm going to roll this. A dagger is pretty good. I can get down with a dagger. And then I think I'm going to roll this. Let's compare though for a moment before I make a decision here. It's basically a like 15-point damage increase on the bottom and top end. And the poison inflicted is going to be Yeah, I think it's worth. I think it's worth doing, even at the loss of an action point. Hitting harder is important. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Sell both of those, and then who's our crit master? I'll give this to you. The extra health is good. I don't mind losing the movement, so we'll sell those. Except we can re-equip one of those. I'm not that attached. Okay. Let's do our level ups. They are numerous. I'm kind of thinking about fishing for multi-hit over here. Okay. That certainly is exciting. I'll take the propagation damage as well. And then we're not going bully here, so crit is interesting to me. Ooh, those were some bad rolls. I'll take the health, but I don't love it. Take the movement, because movement is good, but we whiffed a bit on those. I'm going to be looking for a hand crossbow for Alicia, for sure. Now that we've somewhat committed. And if I'm looking for a hand crossbow, you do have volatile. Do have thrifty. We had harvester, that's pretty good. It's a decent setup. How do I want to... Given that we have so much health, I think glass cannon is the first take. And then... I really like nimbleness, but on range characters, it's less critical. Let's see if we're actually going to get a hand crossbow at the moment, since that's not a guarantee. Yes, as a side note, let me link. Not too reroll averse, Fat Oak. Let me link the Discord so that people can find it if they are interested. Toss that there. Toss that there. Just so people have it if they want to find it. We certainly talk about the games that we play pretty actively. Yeah, Sam, it worked. I'm psyched. I'm psyched that it worked. The longbow... The steel shortbow might be the best buy here. I'm a little hesitant to go that route until we find a hand crossbow, but I don't know. Let's see. Merrill, have I gotten anything on you? I was kind of thinking of going poison with Merrill. It's gonna be a weird build for sure. I think bodybuilder is already a 17% damage increase, so I think we're gonna grab that as a first one, but I think I'm going to go into poisonous, and we're going to do like a poisonous build, so I'm going to grab poison here. And then we'll roll this. It's hard to say no to a blue damage upgrade. This omen, though, is pretty nasty. I'm loving it. I'm almost like I could go for a blue poison, but I think that is greed incarnate. This one, I could roll a bit. Some movement is good. Yeah, I think... I suspect we're going to see a nerf. I'll just leave it at that. I think this is very, very powerful. Defensive training, I think, could be good, but we're already going to get a ton of XP, so I think nimbleness is good. So let's see. So I'm going to put you in the middle. Put you over here, because you're going to do reasonably well with all those trees around, and you're going to have to take on this side. This, Albrecht has the worst draw by a pretty significant margin. And then I think think I'm going like that. This one's going to have a bit of a blind spot, but I think it's okay. And then I do think... I hate that this short bow feels like the right decision. But I don't think we can afford to roll, and I think we just need more action economy. So I'm going to go for that. The XP is good, too. So, oh, and I didn't pick up a perk on you? Indeed, I did not. More crit. Okay, so we've pushed back the fog. This is a relatively benign wave, so I think we're in relatively good shape. Let's see, what are we sitting at here? Okay.